Rapper NBA Youngboy, also known as Youngboy or Youngboy Never Broke Again, gained popularity while incarcerated for his smash song Win or Lose. He has had a rather successful rap career as a result of his contentious ascent to popularity. It's all about NBA Youngboy lifestyle today, so before we start, subscribe to our channel. Let's start. Cantrell Deshaun Golden was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, on October 20, 1999, and grew up in a difficult situation. Cantrell dropped out of 9th grade, imitating his father, and was soon detained and taken to a detention facility in Tallulah, Louisiana. Cantrell started writing songs during his time in detention since he's always been artistic. After being freed, Cantrell started working on his music and using filthy money to buy studio time. When Cantrell was 17 years old and on the edge of stardom in 2016, he was detained in Austin, Texas, for attempted second-degree murder, and he was later returned to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to complete his sentence. The media has made NBA Youngboy famous for his countless liaisons with various ladies. NBA Youngboy is reported to have dated Bad Baby, Yana Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather's daughter, while many of these relationships are unsubstantiated or disputed. With 4 different women, NBA Youngboy is the father of 5 boys: Caden, Cameron, Talon, and Kamiri. Cantrell began developing into Youngboy right there and then, in his prison cell in Baton Rouge. Under the username David G, he started uploading his music to YouTube. While he was still incarcerated, 2 of his prison mixtapes, Before I Go, Reloaded, and Mind of a Menace 3, Reloaded, became widely popular. Youngboy entered a guilty plea and was granted bail in 2017, at which point he dropped his first chart-topping single, Untouchable. The rapper's 8th mixtape, A.I. Youngboy, greatly outperformed Untouchable, which peaked at No. 95 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, propelling him to No. 24 on the Billboard 200. 2018 saw the official release of Youngboy's debut album for Atlantic Records, Until Death Call My Name. A month later, he was detained in Georgia again, this time for charges of assault and kidnapping. The criminal history of NBA Youngboy is as extensive as his discography. He responded, "I don't think they actually target, but if you got a name, they know who you is. You do something, they going to come for you, and whoever you're with and whatever they do, you're answerable for it just because you got the largest name," when asked about his criminal record. NBA Youngboy has run into trouble with the law once more in the early months of 2020. He had been detained in Louisiana on suspicion of narcotics and gun offenses. NBA Youngboy was accused of possessing drugs on the Schedule 1 list as well as producing and distributing substances on the Schedule 2 and Schedule 4 lists, while his attorney contested the allegations. What is Youngboy Never Broke Against net worth? NBA rapper and songwriter Youngboy, commonly known as Youngboy Never Broke Again, has a $6 million fortune. He produced 6 independent mixtapes between 2015 and 2017, which helped him become well known. After that, his debut album Until Death Call My Name and the track Outside Today from it propelled him to fame. His star is rising in 2019 thanks to the top 10 song Bandit and the number 1 album Al Youngboy 2. NBA Youngboy, the most promising rapper in Baton Rouge, lived with his friend KK just a short drive away on a calm street far enough away from the water. While another friend, Lil Ben, watched Youngboy's freshly released music video for What I Was Taught on a phone connected to a portable speaker, KK took calls on 2 different phones in the kitchen, just in time to rap along to the final line of his verse while pumping his arms up and down. The 16-year-old artist's wiry form burst into view from the hallway at the opposite end of the home. "Finna be one of the stupidest in town / got the major labels calling my phone." Cantrell Deshaun Golden, also known as Youngboy, was reared by his grandmother in North Baton Rouge. His early years were challenging yet fun, he recalls. "We have to make it enjoyable." Youngboy fractured his neck in a wrestling accident when he was 4 years old, and the halo brace he wore left 3 deep scars on his forehead. A few years ago, Youngboy's grandmother passed away, leaving Youngboy on his own. After quitting school in the 9th grade, he was soon taken into custody for robbery. He recalls, "I had started rapping, but I used to hide that trash. I was afraid. not so much of myself as of my art, the author said. He wrote song after song for his debut mixtape, Life Before Fame, which was published in 2015, while serving a 6-month sentence in a juvenile detention facility in Tallulah, Louisiana. Without loyalty, nothing will be accomplished. It will all taste salty. Youngboy speaks simply and concisely in person, saying exactly what is necessary to communicate his ideas. I'm silent, he said. My vibe dies quickly. But he exposes every aspect of his life in his music. Youngboy, like B.G. and Boozy before him, raps over ominous piano melodies and thumping bass beats, considering them as his confessional. He deals in reality rather than complex metaphor. On the song Cross Me, off of his mixtape Mind of a Menace 2, he sings a passage about his father, who has spent much of his life behind bars. I won't tell any lies since, in my heart and soul, I know that my father is 55. Loyalty is hugely significant to Youngboy, and it's by far the most recurring topic in the 4 projects he's put out. He warned me, without loyalty, you won't succeed. There will be salt in everything. His depiction of Baton Rouge is sinister and cunning. It is a place where no one's business is kept a secret and betrayal may be found at every turn. Youngboy breathes life into this setting by switching between gruff street narrative and catchy tunes heaved from his chest. His personal writing style has led to parallels to Kevin Gates, the most recent national superstar from his hometown, and a fast-expanding fan base in the South. However, despite rapping over numerous instrumentals from Gates' discography, Youngboy solely cites Lil Phat as an influence. Lil Phat was a lesser-known Baton Rouge rap icon who was shot and killed in 2012 at the age of 20. The Never Broke Again crew is a group of young guys who Youngboy grew up with and refers to as his brothers. Within minutes of my arrival at KK's home, Youngboy was leaving the house to meet up with the others. This was how most of the day was spent. Decisions were made on the spot, and neither a place nor an idea were given too much time. The one thing that never changed was the presence of his NBA teammates, who were always around him like a coat of armor. I was able to see 33 and Lil Ben every single day, he said. I make sure they are all familiar with us. I won't cast a shadow over anyone. Youngboy is the only rapper in his group, although his pals frequently appear in his songs and stand next to him in each of his music videos while brandishing weapons and aiming them at the camera. Youngboy responded that the Glock was for protection when questioned about the 30-round Glock clip that was tucked into his trousers the whole day. But he asserted that he is not concerned about potential issues brought on by fame or fortune. He declared, "The only thing that concerns me is dying," adding that Baton Rouge was a place where it was more likely to happen than any other place his music might take him. The group had just returned from Youngboy's meetings in Los Angeles with record labels, and they were eager to get back there. The young men can be seen in Instagram footage from the vacation strolling along the promenade in Venice Beach, playing his newest songs loudly for perplexed Uber drivers, and splurging on medical marijuana from the clinic. Youngboy claimed that he is now considering making a permanent move to the West Coast, but only if his brothers can accompany him. It's safe to say that our favorite young guy won't give up anytime soon, so subscribe to our channel right away to follow NBA Youngboy and more.